Guess who's back? Back again. Baiken's back. Tell a friend. I'd like to start off by saying that I'm sorry it took me so long to get to this. I was busy with a lot of stuff. I had a lot of other things on my plate, and there was a lot of stuff that I wanted to do, like my Burnus pulls and playing Zenless Zone Zero. And then there was that weekend that I did a bunch of card gaming all in a row. And then I picked up Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And then I also wanted to play Mario Party. And I was also really busy jack. So to the dismay of many, Baiken is back. And she's better than she ever has been. She's got a ton of new tools, and a lot of her kit was fixed so that she's actually functional. So let me show off some of the new stuff for those who haven't seen it. Let's start with the quality of life stuff and get that out of the way. So first of all, Baiken's bar slash now pushes further, like, it doesn't push as far as it used to, which is big because that used to whiff. So now it doesn't anymore. And also, if you didn't notice it, 5H gives you a ground bounce now. So they removed the ability for it to wall bounce, which does kind of ruin some routing in the corner. But that doesn't matter when you can do this at mid-screen. That is consistent now. So if you land bar slash at basically everywhere but max distance, so like if you hit right with the tip of far slash, you're not going to be able to follow up with 5H. But basically anywhere else, you get the H comedy routing, which is huge. While removing the 5H wall bounce is kind of unfortunate for your routing in the corner, the mid-screen routing is so much nicer now because you no longer have to rely on counter hit far slash into 2H and sometimes it not working. Along with, if that did work, sometimes the H kabari didn't follow up. It didn't connect on some characters or at some distances. This is a lot more consistent now, and it makes your game plan feel a lot more real. Not to mention, now, if you have, say, we turn on counter hit, check this out. You have this route in the corner. You can now follow up the H kabari after the ground bounce. And get some, like, funny corner combos, right? Like, this is just better overall for Baiken's routing. It lets her feel a lot more consistent. She's a lot stronger in neutral now because, like, you're not just gonna randomly have H kabari whiff. Like, that time I fucked it up because I wasn't close enough. But, like, that would happen constantly. Like, this... Like, you would see this shit all the time. Like, you would just see H kabari whiff constantly. It was happening all the time. And now, we don't have that problem anymore. Huge, huge change. Some of you may know that a while ago, they changed S kabari. So, S kabari is plus on block now as of, I think it was the first Season 3 patch that they made it plus on block. Which was good, you know? It made it a little less problematic to use in neutral. But now, it's not only plus, but it sucks the opponent in. It sucks them in all the way, so you can hit them with a frame trap. That is a frame trap, because you are so plus on S kabari that you can just 5P, and if they're pressing anything that's not like a DP, they're going to get burned for it, which is big. This also adds to your strike throw potential. So if I go this, and I threaten this, you know, they're going to expect that. But then, that also means that I can do this. Get a strike throw situation. This also leads into the next change with Baiken. Not really a change, but something new. So Baiken previously was the only character in the game that could combo meterless off of a grab. So if you set up tethered, if you set up tethered, and you do the charge throw, you get that combo, right? But because Kabari was not plus until Season 3, you didn't really have a reason to use it. Once Season 3 came around, you did have a reason to use it because it was plus. But also, it was still not that great because they would still be super far away from you. And if you had anything, like Dizzy's new buttons are pretty good at punishing you for using some kind of unsafe but like pressure heavy buttons at close range, like you would just die. But now you have a reason to actually learn that combo because you can do a strike throw situation off of it. And you get big damage off of this too. It's very consistent. It's like a 5k starter off of the charged throw. And now you have a reason to actually learn this and use it. So, there's a lot of things now that you can do because of the suction effect on S-Kabari. Huge change for Baiken. And God forbid you counter hit anybody with it. The last really big change was obviously the Hitagi change. This one I actually don't have a whole lot of experience with yet. It's actually been pretty difficult finding a situation where I'm using this in block stun and I want to actually parry something that's not going to blow me up. Granted, since Season 4 came out, the character that I've played against the most has been Dizzy. And the second character that I've played against the most has been Happy Chaos. I don't know if you know this, using this against zoners is a death sentence. You can't do it. But I assume that against other characters like Anji, characters like Slayer, even characters like Johnny, this is going to put in a lot of work. Especially since now that you can use it in the middle of a block string, which you couldn't do before. That was a big change. And now it's also got like the weird like parry on it, where it's like if you hit them in the middle of a block string and it's kind of disjointed, that you guard crush them and you can dash cancel out of it and start pressure. That is big. Again, it's not something I have a whole lot of experience with yet. I just haven't had an opportunity to try it. But I can only assume that that is going to be extremely good for Baiken's defense and then also applying pressure, right? She gets really good Oki off of it. Because, like, if you're using it, if you are getting the guard crush parry, assuming, you know, you've used it against someone like Slayer or Johnny, you're gonna likely be very close to them. Which means that, like, they're in guard crush, you get to dash cancel it, and you can just, like, apply a meaty close slash and then hit him with the TKO Zansen. Speaking of TKO Zansen, that's not new. The TK part isn't, but it is something that I've been working on. It's not easy for me to do for some reason. Doing it on hitbox has been kind of awkward. I think I'm trying to do the input too fast, and I'm missing something along the way. But, you know, at some point, I'm gonna actually get this down. But importantly, there was actually a big Yozansen change. This might be the actually most important change that Baiken got. So if you go Yozansen and you hit them with the cross up, it now applies a suction effect on the back end of the attack frames. Meaning that you can confirm off of it into a 5k or a close slash and get a combo. That was not something that she could do previously without meter. You needed meter to do this before. And that is so big for Baiken. Being able to combo meterlessly off of the cross-up Yozansen has been something that I have been missing for so long. Getting the cross-up Yozansen is big, but you couldn't do anything off of it beforehand. You needed to have at least 50 tension, or you needed to counter hit them, and even the counter hit combos were super awkward. This is just like another quality of life thing that actually makes Baiken's like cross-up potential a threat. Because beforehand, if she didn't have 50 tension, it was not a threat. And honestly, it's still not really a threat, because this is the most 6P-able move in the game for some reason. So, like, it's good for us, but also you likely are still gonna die for trying it. So, like, There's also some really funny, like, dust combos that you can do after applying Tether now. Like, I think I don't remember who it was, but somebody did, like, 5, like, jump dusts after a charged dust combo starter with the Tether applied. It was really dumb. But, like, that's just some of the stuff that's, like, going on this season, and I kind of love it. Like, there's a lot of weird new stuff that you can do, and a lot of it looks whack. And I'm so excited. Now, I know, the big question on everyone's mind, is Baiken a top tier this patch? And I have the answer for you. I don't have a goddamn idea. It's really hard to say whether or not Baiken's gonna be good or not in this patch. So many things have changed. The patch released with a ton of bugs, so like they've obviously got to fix that. Not to mention, I'm not a top player. I'm hard stuck floor 9 because I have been unable to figure out the fucking Johnny, like, card defense thing that's been happening. I have not been able to figure it out. So, like, I've been stuck here forever. But I am the #1 authority on Baiken because there's like 3 of us left in the world, and If doesn't do like commentary videos, they just do like weird combo setups. So like, I am the premier Baiken player now, so you guys have to deal with my opinions. Is she a top tier? Fuck no. In a game with this many zoners, which is like Baiken's worst matchup, even after the buff to her movement speed, it is still so hard to do anything in this game. Happy Chaos with Gunshot basically makes that matchup like a 1-9. It is impossible to do anything. Like, I was playing really solidly against some friends playing Chaos the other day, and I was like 0 and 30 between the two of them. Like, it was not close. And she also struggles against Dizzy, who is new and people are going to optimize soon. She's always struggled against Axel, but like, I have been playing against Axels for so long that I know all of these British tricks. I understand how to beat you freaks. Asuka, I hear a lot of, like, I've heard a lot of people say that Baiken is really bad into Asuka. Asuka feels like the most fair matchup because Tatami deletes all the cubes. So, like, if you time this correctly, like, you should not have a problem against Asuka. And eventually, he's going to run out of mana, and you're going to be able to get in. But that's about it. And also, Testament has always just kind of been Testament. I think that matchup is fine. Like, I still think it's bad for Baiken, but, like, I don't think it's hell on earth like Happy Chaos is. So, like, she's still gonna struggle, but she's better than she was before and ever has been. Her combo game is so much better than it was. She's so much more consistent. She's got better move speed. She has better defense. She's got better mix-up. She's got better control over her, like, whole kit. It's so much better, and this season is going to be so good for Baiken. I don't think we're going to see anybody... I do believe that because of how Strive is designed, Baiken is probably going to perpetually be a low-tier character, but that's fine, because Baiken is fun, and Baiken is who I have fun playing. So, if you have fun playing Baiken, I hope you enjoy this season as much as I probably will, because this season looks dope. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There's going to be more Baiken stuff in the future. There's also going to be more non-Baiken stuff in the future, but I have not quite figured out how to finalize that video yet. So keep an eye out for that later. Please do all the fun YouTube stuff. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell me about the sandwich that you ate, or like your favorite Union Arena card or whatever. I will see you guys next time. Have a good one, everyone.